You must go on adventures to find out where you truly belong. Today's episode shows a trip where we meet up with collegiate angler and rising star, Jaxton Orr. Jaxton drove from Indiana to chase bass squash in southeast Michigan with me and the crew. Today we catch bass, panfish, and surprise strangers with an amazing pay-it-forward experience. Here is our adventure. This is Mike McKinstry from Bass Squatch Hunter TV, and I'm here today with a really special guest.
My name's Jaxton Orr. I'm 18 years old and from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm super glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Hopefully catch some largemouth and smallmouth today, and maybe panfish and even more.
Yep, should be good. This lake has about 9 species in it, and throughout the last couple of years we've targeted pretty much every species out here. So I think today's going to be a pretty good day to kind of catch everything.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's go. My name is Mike McKinstry. I travel the country with a fishing rod, a kayak, and a camera in search of adventure and one big mythical fish that we call the bass squatch. We fish for any species we can, but we have a huge passion for bass fishing. Along our travels, we look for adventure, exploring, and new ways to catch fish and have as much fun as we possibly can. That's a good bass, Dad. Not only do we release our fish back to the water, but we also find new and exciting ways to give back to local communities and to pay it forward. So make sure you take care of the water you touch, the fish you catch, and the people you meet. And welcome to Bass Squatch Hunter TV.
Bass Squatch Hunter TV Outdoor Adventures. Produced by M1 Studios. Bass Squatch Hunter TV is brought to you by FX Custom Rods. Quality, precision, performance. FeelFree Kayaks. Three Waters Kayaks. YakGear. Railblaza. Hold everything. Abu Garcia. Fish to win. Berkley. Your fish, our science.
Today, the weather report called for 8-mile-an-hour winds. It was closer to 15 miles per hour once we hit the water though. But we used the heavy wind to our advantage and found the fish on the edge of the drop-offs, hiding behind structure, waiting for the prey to be pushed by. Oh, there you go.
There we go. There's a good one. Dang, look at that chunk. Just caught this little fat one, fishing a group of pads, probably like 15, 16 inches. Using a vibration jig. The bite's on. Super excited.
One of the most dangerous animals on the water right here is a swan family with babies. All right, so in a canal like this where there's vegetation all the way up to the surface everywhere, my pedal drive is getting kind of gunked up with the weeds pretty heavily. So That's kind of the beauty of having a kayak that you can paddle and pedal. I can pull the prop up, get all these weeds out of the way, but also keep my paddle right here. And I have the backwater assassin paddle, and this thing is awesome. So I don't have to worry about getting the prop gunked up with weeds over and over.
Keep that line in the water. We'll be right back.
Fish on. Small guy.
Hey, he's water
Hey,
skiing.
it's a smallmouth. Smallmouth. That's cool. Little smallmouth. Small. Nice. Look at that smallmouth. That's a dandy.
Oh, that's a big one. It's a big rock bass. That's a big, angry rock bass on that Berkley cash out bait. Look at that. I gotta see what this thing measures, just in case. It's only 9.5.
Hey, third species.
Yeah, it's true, 3 species. Same lake so far. It's not a bad start. It feels like another Rocky. Oh, it's a Rocky.
Rock bass.
That's why I love this Railblaza rod holder right here too. As soon as I catch a fish, first thing I do is put the rod in the rod holder, keep it out of the way. Man, that's 2 really nice rock bass in a row though. So the rod setup has been working for me the best today. It is the 6'6" medium fast from FX Custom Rods. This is the Extreme Angler Series. It's an incredible rod. It's sensitive, it's lightweight. It allows me to have the good backbone I need. And I'm not doing a lot of long casting right now. I'm kind of casting into the shoreline. So the 6'6" has been a perfect length for me to maneuver around these docks and these boats. I've been throwing it with a wacky rig from Berkley with 10-pound fluorocarbon line from Berkley as well. It's been one heck of a setup. Oh, Jackson's on.
Oh, he's jumping. Smallmouth. Nice. It's a beautiful fish.
There you go.
On the Ned rig. Beautiful fish.
I'm over here talking about the wind and you're over here catching fish.
Sometimes I think the wind helps the bite.
It does. Well, it
Yeah.
blows all the little, I don't say plankton, but there's no plankton out here. It blows all the food that bait
Yeah.
fish eat,
Yeah.
which makes the bait fish move, which makes the predator fish
Right.
move. Yeah.
There's one.
Oh, there you go.
Another largemouth.
Yeah, Dink Master Flex over here.
Dink Master.
So what's your plan? Because now you're going into college, right? And you're on what's the college team you're on?
Yeah, so in August, I'll be heading to Carson Newman University, very close to Knoxville, Tennessee. It's in Jefferson City, Tennessee. And I'm super excited. I'm gonna be fishing bass boat tournaments there, and then I'll also be fishing collegiate kayak fishing tournaments.
Dude, that's so cool.
So it's gonna be super fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think they're ready for Indiana down there yet?
We'll see. I'm excited. There's guys from all over the country that go to that school. So
Yeah.
it's a very good team.
I think you're gonna give them one heck of an awakening down there.
I
man.
appreciate it.
That'd be
No,
awesome.
Thank you.
Well, let's get on some more fish out here, man, and see if we can
For
find
sure.
some big ones.
It's been a blast so far, yes.
Awesome. All right, let's catch some more.
That's a decent one.
Man, I didn't even know I had him on. He was swimming right at me.
Really?
I saw my line coming in. I was like, what? Like, I got a fish.
That's awesome when that happens.
That's not bad at all. It's the biggest bass of the day that we landed, at least. It's not bad at all. Nice largemouth bass. Throwing that YakGear rig and just letting it sink down by the drop off right there. And this bass came out of the weeds and smashed it.
Little guy. About as big
I think
as
you're catching the same one at this point.
about as big as my Senko.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Big.
Here we go. Dude, that's a rock bass on a wacky.
Giant.
Look how big that one is. Oh, not a bad little bass here. Well, I think this is my last bass of the day. I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit now. So bass fishing was a lot of fun, but what do you think, Jaxton? You wanna switch up to some pan fishing?
I think pan fishing would be fun.
All right, let's put away the bass rods, and I'm gonna pull out my pan fishing setup here.
There's a little bluegill on the crappie jig.
All right, so bass fishing was a blast. Had a great time. You definitely caught the biggest fish of the day. But I did get a good largemouth in there too, but I think your smallie was definitely the fish of the day, man.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
But since this is gonna be your first time pan fishing in a kayak, I think it's time we start pan fishing in the kayaks.
For sure, I'm excited.
Switch gears a little bit, go after some smaller, more delicate fish, but hopefully we can get a bunch of them and have a good time with it.
Awesome. Oh, rock bass.
Look at that beautiful sunfish. Whoa. It's a beautiful sunfish. Really pretty colors. Thing when you're handling panfish too is you want to make sure you lay down their spikes on their top fin and their bottom so they don't poke you and cause a lot of bacterial infections, and they can hurt the fish a lot too. But you hold them gently, you don't squeeze them, and you can safely get them out of the water without poking yourself or hurting the fish.
Little bluegill.
There you go, man.
Yep. Another decent bluegill. For me, I strive for competition, and whenever I'm on the water, I always want to be fishing in a tournament. I challenge myself in the head to try to catch a big fish or try to catch a lot of fish, and just try to get better every outing on the water if I'm not fishing a tournament.
That's what I wanted right there. Going after these beautiful, beautiful crappie. So they also call these, so this is a black crappie, and you can tell because the black spots on it, where a white crappie won't have the black spots. Let's get this guy back in the water and hopefully catch some more. Look at that.
Oh, it's a bass.
Look at, oh geez. I got wet, dude, I got wet from that one. I got this tiny little crappie jig on. You don't even know how I have him hooked. That is hilarious.
That's awesome.
Oh, come on, stop pulling. Yes, there we go. Dude, that is so awesome. We fish for bass and we don't catch anything of size. We fish for panfish, this little panfish rig right here, little ice fishing bait from Berkley, and land my biggest bass of the day so far. That's awesome. Just look how big this rock bass is though. It's a beautiful rock bass, fat, healthy.
Big one?
That's a bass. It's a bass. Dude, fishing for panfish.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's trying to go around the dock. He's trying to go around the dock post. No. Oh, here we go. Man, fishing for crappie and bluegill with a little teeny jig, and you get a nice sized bass. I'm telling you, you never know what you're gonna get, and that Berkley crappie nibbler bait is absolutely amazing. I guess it doesn't work just for crappie. So we had a great time on the water. We got to fish for bass. We actually caught about 5 species today, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But bass first, panfish second, and a kind of mixture in between both at the same time. But I think you got me beat on the bass with the biggest smallmouth.
It was a nice bass, 18 inches.
Yeah, 18 inches is a pretty good bass.
Yeah.
And panfish, I'm not sure if mine was bigger or not. We didn't measure them.
Right, yeah.
Visually, I think mine was bigger. So we'll call
I think you're right.
We'll call it a draw for the day. I think we tied for overall fishing. But fishing is done, but the adventure's not done. So I'm gonna show Jaxton some of the cool stuff we do up here in Michigan to make people happy and kind of get involved with the community after this. So stay tuned, there's another really cool segment coming up. But thanks for watching the fishing part, and Jaxton, thanks for coming up, man.
No, thank you.
It's a great time.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, guys. And so as you can see, we're off the water now, and we're worn out and tired from catching fish all day.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you something I always do up here. It's kind of like a tradition now. Whenever I have an out-of-town guest, you get to come along and do something like this with me. And we're gonna go through a drive-through in my local area right here, and we're gonna do some circles, and as people get behind us, we're gonna pay for their food and surprise them, awesome. And hopefully try to catch their reactions, which is the hardest part. But at the end of the day, we're just gonna make some really cool impact on people's lives. And what's really cool is that when we do this, usually it spreads and people start paying for people behind them, and then it turns into like, I have to keep on doing circles waiting for someone that didn't pay for them.
Yeah. So
that way we can pay for someone's food again. But it's a great time, and it's you know, it's usually only like 10 to 20 bucks per person. So it's not a crazy expense, but it changes people's lives, and you'll see the reactions.
No, that's awesome. I'm excited.
Seeing them light up and then stick their arms out in the car and wave, and, like, it's kind of a cool feeling. And we'll do a circle and keep on doing it. So
awesome, yeah.
Let's jump in the truck, and we're at the drive-thru right now. So let's jump in the truck and do some circles, man.
For sure,
you
yeah.
Ready?
Yes, I'm
ready.
ready.
Let's go. This is our first one of the day. I just need to get my water. Thank you. Thank you. I love when it's the code. It's the water, and they know that that's what it means. So you know you're doing something right when you get to the drive-thru, and they just wave to you like they already know what's going on. Okay, I'll wait. I'll be patient. All right. So that was a bigger order. So let's see if we can get his reaction. Thank you very much. No problem. All right. That was a bigger order. So let's see if we can get his reaction. That guy just gave me the biggest smile. You know what's cool too is a lot of the workers, like in the past at least they've done it, they all chipped in and paid for people at one point too. Because awesome. They were just like, dude, it's such a cool, like everyone was so happy, and I was like, yeah, dude, it's a cool feeling. Yeah. Water, I might have to change it up. Yeah, so the guy that we paid for last time is still right there. So that's how fast these lines are moving here. They're pretty efficient. Perfect. Oh, they did. Look at that. That is so cool. So that's the coolest part right there.
That's awesome.
So you see that dude waited to make sure that they acknowledged it.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
They were gonna pay for you.
That's so cool, man.
That was actually cool.
Like, see how happy? Can you see her in the mirror?
Yeah.
She's so happy, dude.
That was awesome.
So I didn't even do that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the coolest part. See, that's awesome right there. That is so cool. I saw that guy stop, and I was like, he's paying for the girl behind him.
They were trying to pay for you.
Oh, really?
I'm like, they're paying for the behind them. They're like, we can't pay for anyone, but you can follow and see them on YouTube.
That's awesome, though. Yeah, it's right there.
I mean, to see people give back to others too, like after we have done it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Is that the coolest part, man?
It really is.
I was telling you, like see it spread
it really
is the coolest thing. It's like throwing the rock in the water was cool, but seeing all the ripples do something is cooler.
For sure.
Hello again. It's been a while. Okay. It's making me hungry now. I keep on smelling tacos over and over. That's good. That's the goal. You're welcome. The last one of the day. We've had some really good reactions so far.
Hello. Here for your water?
I'm here for my last water of the day, please.
All right.
All right. Ready for the last one?
Ready for the last one.
All right.
Pay it forward for you.
What?
Here you go.
That is amazing.
Survey for us now?
That's amazing. No one's ever done that.
You're welcome. I'm like, do we have to make the nice man pay for the tacos?
I would pay for it, no problem.
Not too bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see that? That's how pay it forward works right there.
Can you do the survey for us now?
What's that?
There's a survey on the receipt.
Oh, absolutely. So if you guys didn't catch what happened, so the workers here were so happy that everyone's been so happy that they paid it forward and paid for my food, which is super cool. Never happened. Never happened before.
No, it was awesome to pay it forward to people and see them pay it to the people behind them. I mean, that was incredible.
It's super cool, isn't it?
It's awesome. I mean, I'm definitely, when I get home, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Like you probably didn't know what to think when I told you we were doing
this. No, that was awesome.
You're probably like, all right, it's weird, but all right.
No, I didn't think people were gonna keep doing it. Like, you know, like continuously, like behind us. Like that was awesome.
Well, that's what I was telling you. That's the coolest part is that, like, when people get something like surprisingly kind to them, they want to do the same. They're like, hey, that felt cool.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
No, that's incredible.
And that's like the coolest part about all of this is anytime you pay it forward to somebody, the only hope is that they're gonna be like so positively impacted that they're gonna want to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah, dude, it's super
it was
cool,
awesome.
Man. Well, thanks for joining me on this.
Yeah,
one,
no,
man.
thank you.
It was a great time.
I appreciate it.
And honestly, I'm really glad you got to see someone pay it forward.
No, that
and
was
then the workers.
Awesome. That was even
like, that's the craziest part is the workers paid it forward back to me, which has never happened.
That's
like,
super cool.
That's like completely unheard of. Out of all the times I've probably done this like 40 times. Never once have I ever had anybody pay it forward back to me.
Yeah, that's
let alone
special.
Let alone the workers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. Very special.
Super cool. Well, thanks for joining me, man.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
That was awesome. All right, so that was an incredible time, dude. The fishing was great. Caught a lot of fish. That was fun. But seeing the reactions on people's faces when we just paid for their food was probably the coolest part of the day.
I think that was the best part of the day.
You know what's crazy though? All the times that I've done this, I've never had it paid forward back to me. And it was super crazy. Like the drive-thru workers actually paid for my food when I ordered my food and paid it forward back to me, which is crazy. But I think the best part though was seeing the guy in front of us, or the guy behind us, sorry, that we paid for.
Yeah, paid for the person behind him.
And they waited so
awesome.
they could see their reaction too. But I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Like taking people fishing is fun, catching fish is fun, but changing people's lives is way better.
Oh, best thing.
Like it's super cool. What was your favorite part of the day today?
It was definitely giving it back to people, going to Taco Bell and seeing all that magic happen. I mean, that was incredible.
Isn't it funny how like we get so used to the adrenaline of catching fish, but seeing people happy, where it's like, it's the best thing.
It was awesome. The full day was amazing.
So hopefully you guys loved the episode, had a great time too. It was such a pleasure having Jaxton up here. Make sure you guys go out and catch fish, and always remember, take care of the water you touch, the fish you catch, and the people you meet, and don't be afraid to pay it forward too. So Jaxton, thanks again, man.
Thank you very much.
It was so great having you up in Michigan. Maybe next time I'll come down to your neck of the woods and check it out.
Awesome.
But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Small largemouth. Oh, quick release. oh.
But I think the second version, what was that smile for? Yeah, I was gonna say section. Then I stopped because I was gonna say session. All right, I'll start over. I saw him look up at me with a smirk.
I started laughing too.
That ruined it. Okay, ready?
No,
Man,
thank you.
It's a great time. It's the weirdest handshake I've ever done.
Dude, you like greeted me. It was like a girl handshake, bro.
I know. Can we just reseat that? There you go.